So hello and welcome to the rburgring Nordschleife, the craziest and best track in the world, otherwise known as the Green Hell. Driving out the pit lane. We don't have anyone to wave to. There's obviously no fans this year. We miss you guys and hope to have you back soon. Alright, here we go on the GP track. It's a track we know quite well. We spent quite a lot of time here during the season for the sprint races, GT Masters, GT World Challenge. So all the drivers are very familiar with this layout. Typically, the car tends to move a little bit more on the GP track. We run a very different setup for the Nordschleife, so the car is typically a lot softer and a lot higher. So on the GP track, we're kind of sliding around, just trying to survive. So we have the perfect setup for the rburgring Nordschleife, where the car is jumping, riding over curbs. We'll see all of that pretty soon. So we're approaching now the fast chicane on the GP track. Last little chicane before we go onto the Nordschleife, third gear. And here we go, onto the Nordschleife. Getting nice and close to the walls, staying in second gear. New asphalt here. So no graffiti as you've all seen on the photos before. Very fast corner downhill. Hudson-Bach section this is called. I remember camping here with a good friend of mine, 2015. We watched the race here live. What an atmosphere. You see all the grills to the right here. You see all the campfires. What's cool is the drivers, we know exactly what you guys have got for dinner. And most of the time we're pretty jealous, because we're in here sweating and working while you guys are having the best time of your lives. Alright, here we go, up to the gears, fourth gear, fifth gear, up to an absolutely crazy corner known as Flipflats. Cars used to jump here in the past, nowadays not so much anymore. There was a big crash here a couple of years ago where a car actually flipped over the side of the barriers. Scary one that. We survived that one today, so let's keep going. Sixth gear, 260 k's an hour, one of the fastest corners on the track, Schwerenkreuz. The boys with big balls managed to do that flat in qualifying. We gave it a lift today. So, down the hill, section called Fuchsrudder. Very tricky, cars bouncing a lot, very bumpy, downhill compression, especially tricky in the wet. This section we have a lot of aquaplaning, so the cars tend to turn into a jet ski when there's a lot of standing water. Down to second gear, low speed, we're doing like 90 k's an hour, not much more than you guys do on the roads around the Nürburgring. Back up to the gears, third, fourth gear, I don't know what forced. Very cool section. Into another high speed left-hander, just a small lift. Back down, third gear. Coming to one of my favorite sections now, down to second gear. It's called Piff Puff and Miss Hit Miss, I'll tell you why. The reason is this triple right-hander, we tend to miss the first apex, touch the second apex right about here, and then miss the third again. Hard on power, and then we come to the slowest corner on the track called Verseifen, down to first gear, 80 k's an hour, hard on the power, back up through the gears, over the bridge. This is through the Arnau village, saying hello to everyone on the side of the track. Now we got a short break uphill, coming to a very, very special corner, or an historic corner. This is where Niki Lauda had his horrific accident in the late 70s, right over here. Easy flat in a GT3 car. We break down hard into third gear, early on power, and now it's all uphill. So I can finally take a breath, relax, and prepare for a corner called Mundkurve. Translated to English, it's called, let's say, the corner of bravery. And you guys will find out why in a couple of seconds. Fifth gear, 250 k's an hour. We prepare here for a really fast left-hand corner. Slight touch of the brake, turn in. 200 120 k's an hour, minimum speed. What a corner. At this point my heart rate's probably at about 200. I don't know how I'm still talking this lap. Anyway, we're trying our best. And now we come to a very iconic section of the Nürburgring Nordschleife with a carousel. It's like a roller coaster feeling. And here we go, down to second gear. Oh, it really is like a roller coaster, never gets old. Jump out, back up to third gear, this is awesome. We're even catching our friends from Stuttgart. Take a look ahead. Anyway, up to my favorite section of the track, fourth gear. Driver needs a lot of confidence in the car. This is where our Audi R8 is very strong, high speed flowing corners. Coming to Wippermann now, this is one of my favorite corners. Needs so much commitment here. Car is flying over the curbs, left, right, back down to third, to a tourist hotspot now. Turn left, and we have Brunschen on our left hand side. Say hello to all the fans. Back focus to Eiskurve, one of the slipperiest corners of the track in the wet. Not so much fun, I can tell you that. Slicks in the wet. Alright, now we've got a really cool section coming up. Gonna overtake some traffic just before. It's called Pflanzgarten 1. I'm sure you've all seen some photos of this before. Fifth gear, cars in the air, all four wheels in the air. Doing some show jumping for the fans. Now we're flat out all the way down. Pflanzgarten 2, cars in the air again. I don't know how I'm talking to this lap, to be honest. Normally I'm holding my breath. Coming to another high-speed corner, 250. Schwalbenschwanz, commit hard in. Back down to third gear. Turn it in. We come back to the mini carousel now. And get it in. Hard on power, commit. Get it out. One more high-speed corner, Galgenkopf, commit. We're going to overtake our friends from Stuttgart. Got a Porsche in front as we come onto Döttinger Höhe. Very important here, slipstream effect. Let's tuck in nice and close behind. See if we can overtake him. And we're going to pull past, hopefully before the end of the straight. Let's go, let's go, let's go, come on, come on. This is normally where we also give the team a bit of info on tire pressures, fuel, and there we go. Let's give him a wave. Thanks for coming, mate. Oh, he's slipstreaming us back. We're going to stay ahead. Oh, he's coming back fast though. We managed to overtake him. Into Tiergarten, let's keep it flat. Hard on the anchors, get the car stopped, second gear. And that was a lap of the coolest track in the world. I'm Kelvin from Linde, and thanks for riding with me. Have fun, guys.